Hey folks, I'm going to try to block the light coming in the door here. See if that helps with the with the exposure on the camera. It's not bright sunshine today, so it shouldn't be an issue. And in fact, it's actually raining. It's been raining for 3 days now. Started Sunday. Sunday wasn't too bad, which is a good thing because we had the fire department here, and we had to stay outside. Well, I thought it was a CO detector that was going off in the basement. It turns out it was a smoke detector. We've been having issues with our furnace again. It seems like every year there's a problem with it. But I light it, the pilot light, get it going, and it'll start up, but it won't run a full cycle before it shuts off again. And to relight the pilot light, everything goes off. It shuts down, the pilot light shuts off, everything. So it's got some kind of issue. So it's going to be looked at hopefully soon. It's not super cold, it's not winter, thankfully. Been through that before, don't want to go through that again. But we have one electric heater in the house, and it's warming the whole house up, so it's not really cold out right now. But the nights can be pretty chilly. So we had to stand outside, and it just wasn't heavy rain, but it was enough to get wet, and it just kind of sucked. So I'll play that call for you, but that was the beginning of it. It started later that night. We got an issue. We got a weather notice. And that was a rainfall warning. Significant rainfall possible tonight through Tuesday. Rainfall amounts 30 to 50 millimeters. Local higher amounts are possible in areas that receive persistent showers or thunderstorms. And that was Sunday night, and this is now Tuesday. It rained all day yesterday, pretty heavy, and it's been raining pretty good today. But it looks like it's almost over. Looking at the radar. It's hard to really say. I'm gonna go out anyways. I didn't go yesterday at all, but it doesn't look like super heavy rain. So interesting thing happened. It turned out that our detector was faulty. So that's what caused the issue. But the fire department checked all the other detectors in the house. Yeah, I think I talked about this, about putting the new detectors in. There were combos and that. Well, according to them, they weren't all combos, and they were all out of date. 3 out of the 4 were out of date. Outdated, or I can't remember how they put it. So I opened those packages myself. They were new. So I'm just kind of wondering where my landlord got them, because apparently they were old stock. So they replaced, so we're all up to date now. We got all new. And everything's separate. They're all smoke detectors except for one. I'm not sure which one. One, I don't remember now. But at least everything's up to date now. All brand new. I kind of think there was one other thing I was going to talk about that. I don't know. Can't remember. But they even cleaned out the dryer vent. They said it wasn't too bad. So I told him, I said, "We'll clean that thing out often. It fills up so quick." He says he doesn't even have a screen on the outside of his. He says it just blows everything out into the flower garden. He says the birds take it. I said, yeah, that's a good idea. But, with being so close to the river, we got rats around, so we can't really leave that open. They'll come in. And that's not a good thing. So that's why it's got a screen on the end of it. So I don't think there's anything else. I kind of think there was something else I was going to say about the detectors, but I don't remember. So I did go out it looked like there was a break in the rain, so I went up to Rona. I was going to go up and get some M6 nuts so I can put my rear fender back together, but halfway up there I remembered, oh crap, this is Sunday. They're not open. Not a whole lot's open in this town on Sundays, so I just went for a tour. I got sprinkled on a little bit while I was out. That was it. There was nothing. So I'm kind of hoping the same thing happens today. Because it looks like I say, according to the radar, it looks like it's going away. It's like ending. So I'm hoping. Actually, good. I'll record the screen here. So, it's been pretty good. Certainly nothing like what the East Coast got. Hurricane Fiona. I don't know where I got Irma from. That kind of caused a bit of an issue out there. I have an aunt that lives right on the coast in Nova Scotia. It wasn't bad where she was, so I'm guessing she's at the southern end of Nova Scotia, because the eastern end got it worse, and Newfoundland was probably hit the hardest. It was all along. Prince Edward Island, they're pretty much ready to do their potato harvest, and there's a lot of damage, so I don't know how that's going to affect them, the potato industry. But like I say, it's like what we got is nothing compared to what they got. Then we got Hurricane Ian down in Florida area. I haven't seen any updates on that yet, so I don't know. All I know is there's two possible tracks that it can take. One of them isn't as bad as the other, but the latest models suggest that it's going to go further east, which is going to hit more of Florida than they had hoped. But like I say, I haven't seen any updates. I don't know what's happened since yesterday as far as where it's going and what it's doing right now. So it's not a good situation for them either. So I guess I don't really have anything else. Yes, I do. I remember now. It had nothing to do with the smoke detectors. After the fire department left, I went down to get my Timmies before I went out to Rona. And I got the Timmies, and there was a firefighter ahead of me in the drive-thru. So, if you're old enough, do you remember back in the 90s it was a big thing to have these license plate holders with different things on them? Most common is like, my other car is a Porsche, or my other car is a Ferrari, stuff like that. If you remember those, I had one. Mine said my other car is a piece of crap too, only, the word crap was S-H-I-T. That was mine. That's the one I had, because I drove a piece of crap at that time. Well, the firefighter in front of me, it was female. There was a female firefighter here, so I think it was the one that was here. And the license plate holder, it was on a pickup. The license plate holder said my other truck is a fire engine. I laughed when I saw that. So the reason I'm bringing that up, other than the comedy part of it, is when I got up to the window, she'd paid for my coffee. So cool, thank you for that. Very much appreciated. Anytime somebody pays for my coffee, always have to mention it in my video. Always, even if that's the only thing I come on to say, always have to. I will not skip one. So that was a surprise. That was nice. Considering I have $9.96 left in my Tim card for this month. Yeah, I really waiting. I have a big package of M8 nuts waiting from Amazon, and I think I've got these. I bought these bolts. Accidentally bought M6s instead of M8s, so I'm going to use these for the fender, I believe. But I don't have any M6 nuts, so now I gotta deal with M6 nuts. But they seem to be easier to find at Rona than the M8, so I'm gonna go see if I can get some of those. I remember what I was gonna say. I have money in my PayPal account, but not enough to transfer. They have a minimum, which kind of sucks. Zach's a little farther over. I hope I can get the monster out. I guess we'll find out. I'll roll his car back a little bit if I have to. Not a big deal. So I'm gonna go out. I'm gonna take one of these. Actually, I'll do this now before I forget. Take one of these bolts with me. Make sure I match it up. Just to be sure. And then when I come back, hopefully I can put my Fender together and get it back on the monster. I think that's it. So I will play my fire department call. And while I do that, I will show my sort of slightly drizzly rain trip.
Attention North Huron Wingham Fire, please respond to 48 Victoria Street West. Once again, that's 48 Victoria Street West. You're going for a CO2 detector going off, has been going off for about half an hour. There are currently 4 people in the residence and a couple pets. They're all going to be waiting outside when you arrive, and there's no symptoms at this time. Once again, that's 48 Victoria Street West for a CO2 alarm. Time of first page is 14:57:44. Attention North Huron Fire Wingham Station, please respond to 48 Victoria Street West, crossroads of Edward Street and Minnie Street. You're going for a CO2 detector going off. It's been going off for about half an hour. There are people and pets in the residence, and they have been advised to wait outside for the fire department. No one is feeling ill and no symptoms at this time. Once again, that's 48 Victoria Street West. It's September 25th, 2022 at 14:58. Wingham Fire, please respond. Attention North Huron Blythe Fire. This is an information page and an information page only. Wingham Fire is currently responding to Victoria Street West, 48 Victoria Street West in Wingham for a CO2 alarm sounding. No symptoms on site, and everyone will be evacuating. Once again, this is an information page and an information page only that Wingham is responding. It's September 25th, 2022 at 14:59:60.
Fire dispatch, you can mark car 2 on scene.
Roger, car 2 on scene.
Fire dispatch, North Huron, engine 1.
Go ahead.
Engine 1 responding to 48 Victoria Street West. Delta +5 belted.
That's Roger, engine 1, you're responding Delta +5 belted at 15:02:28.
Fire dispatch, you can mark engine 1 arriving scene. Delta be command and mobile.
That's Roger, engine 1, you're on scene. Delta in command and mobile, time is 15:03:16.
Fire dispatch, North Huron command.
Go ahead, command.
You can show we have an entry to par 3 entering the structure for an air quality check.
That's Roger, par 3 entering structure. at 1506.
Command, call entry 1.
Go ahead, entry 1, command.
We've completed a sweep with the multi-gas on the basement level and the main level of the structure. 0 readings, heading up to the 2nd story now.
Copy that, entry 1. Zeros on basement and main floor. Proceeding to the 2nd floor.
Command, entry 1.
Go ahead, entry 1, command.
We've done an air quality check of the 2nd story. 0 readings. We're heading out to the alpha side door now.
Copy that. Fire dispatch, North Huron command.
North Huron command, go ahead.
Dispatch, you can show we've completed the air quality check of the structure. 0 readings on all 3 floors. Proceeding to do a smoke alarm check of the building.
That's Roger, command. You've completed the air quality check. 0 readings throughout the building. Doing a smoke check now of the entire building. It's 15, 14, 13.
Entry 1, call command.
Go ahead, command, entry 1.
Property occupants seem to think that some of those alarms are combo units. Can you just make sure that they are CO reading as well?
Roger that, we'll check to see if they're combos. Command, entry team 1.
Go ahead, entry 1.
You have somebody bring us a Phillips screwdriver.
Roger that, entry 1. We'll grab one for you. Entry 1, call command.
Go ahead, command, entry 1.
Can I just get a sit rep, and then on your way out, could you guys do another quick sweep with the multi-gas?
Yeah, we've replaced one on the main floor, the one upstairs. We're just in the basement replacing the one. There's one in the other basement, but I don't know how to get into it.
Entry 1, just talking to the property occupant here. If you come back up to the front foyer, there's a different set of stairs down to the other basement.
Roger that. Fire dispatch, you can mark car 2, clear.
That's Roger, car 2, you're clear at 1531-48.
Fire dispatch, North Huron command.
Go ahead, command.
You can show we've sourced the problem to a faulty detector. The residents have been cleared to re-enter the building. FD&H will just be staying on scene to finish up the smoke alarm check inside.
Roger that, command. Faulty detector, homeowners, and occupants are able to enter the building. You're staying on scene to finish checking smoke alarms at this time. It's 1536-54.
Fire dispatch, North Huron command.
Go ahead, command.
You show the smoke alarm check has been completed on the building. Property has been turned back over to the homeowner. Command's terminated. Engine 1 is returning to Wingham Fire Hall.
That's Roger, command. I copy. Smoke alarm check completed. Homes turned back over to the homeowner. Engine 1 returning to Hall. Command terminated. 1544.
Hey, so I got my M6 nuts. And there's only 4 in a pack, and I need 6, so I'd get 2. So I got that. milk and 2 cans of cat food. Finished off my money for the month. I had to dip into my cash for the milk. And these were, with tax, these 2 cost me $9, so I wasn't expecting it to be that much. So I do have an order on Amazon. I have I think it's a 50 pack of M8 nuts. $15, I think, something like that. So once I get paid, it's only like 3 days till the end of the month, so I go without money for a couple of days, not a big deal. So I'll get those ordered up, and I got lots of M8s, which seem to be the hardest to find. M6s aren't that, but I barely use them. But like I say, I bought this 40 pack of M6 bolts accidentally, thinking I was getting M8. I'm not sure how I messed that up, but so I'm gonna get a pack of bolts for those 2. So I'm gonna use these to put my Fender back together. I broke one of the bolts, or one of the plastic things that the screws go into, so I got to put a bolt through the fender like I did with the front fenders. And then I can put it all back together and turn my lights on and find out if the tail light on it comes on. If it's connected to everything else, it's not working. So all good. I'm out today. The roads were wet, but nothing major. And every time I took a break, I stopped and checked to see if my motor and brake were wet. No, they're still pretty dry, so as long as I don't go through puddles, it's not too bad. But I really want to get the fender on. If I drive in the rain, or I'm actually driving through standing water, it's going to splash all over the place. And I'm more concerned, like the motor's pretty much sealed. I'm more concerned about the brake getting wet. It does have a rubber boot around it, but the brake release lever sticks out the top, so the hole's at the top, so the water can actually get inside. Now, that's my main concern. I don't want the brake to get wet. So we're all good. So I stopped down at the dam, and it's pretty ominous looking clouds. It looked like we were going to get a storm. But they're really, really low to the ground. They're moving pretty fast. So I'm going to do a quick time lapse. Just going to see what it looked like. Because it looked like it was rotating. There are clouds going 2 different directions. I kind of got the impression it was rotating. But I looked at the radar, and it's just rain, just light rain. And while I was sitting there, it rained for about 10 seconds, and that was all the rain I felt the whole time I was out. So perfect timing. Like I say, the only reason I come out because I knew the rain was ending. I could see the edge of it, and I was hoping there was nothing popping up behind it. Yeah, nothing good. It's just still overcast. It's still really, really damp. But other than that, it's just kind of a nice day. So I'm hoping to get everything done and ready tomorrow. Like I say, it's too late now. I don't feel like doing anything. Don't feel like putting everything together today, but I got everything I need now, I think. I hope. But I didn't. Oh, I see sunshine. The trees across the street. I don't see it here, but I can see trees across the street, the sun shining on them. So there must be a hole in the clouds. Small hole. It's gone now. But the trees are starting to turn color now, so that's like, got everything done. Hopefully everything stays together for me. Everything keeps working and nothing new happens. So I guess that's all I got. I can't think of anything else that I wanted to talk about. I guess I'll end here and I'll show my time lapse.